Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1872 of What You Have to Know, documenting the journey as I transitioned originally from brick and mortar corporate world of businesses, lots of them, to the online world of business. And I started documenting my journey via video for a lot of reasons. Number one, I was scared to death to do videos, and so I made myself do them every day. Number two, I have got personal vision challenges, so I had to find a way besides writing things down and documenting them in writing, or something that I had to, blow up on the big screen, TV screen, in order to see it. I had to find ways around that. And so I started to create and do this little log. It's just a video log of what I'm doing, what's working, what's not working, etc. Now, today I created a couple of pieces of content, and I do that every day. I've done it every day for the most part for the last 5+ years. I think this might be my 6th year. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 2023. It's my 6th year doing an annual challenge online. First one was doing one thing every day that scared me. Then I did a year of happy, a year of love, a year of, I don't remember now. And last year was the BU 365-day challenge to do one thing every day that improves us or continually improves us. And this year, it's the Get Your Goals annual challenge, where we're doing one thing every day to get what we want. And last year and this year both, I started sharing the life framework that I use to create some order and semblance of order in my life, which has always tended to be pretty crazy, pretty chaotic, pretty busy and fast-paced. Compared to people around me, it felt like, and maybe we all feel like that. We all feel like our life is running at 1,000 miles an hour and everybody else is just kind of going in their own pace in slow motion. I don't know. I always inside felt like there was a little drummer beating at a different pace than even my sisters and my family members, etc. But that is just, maybe that's how everybody feels. I really don't know how other people feel in their head. Obviously, we're focusing on mental well-being, thoughts, beliefs, etc. for this month of the Get Your Goals annual challenge. And today we started working on the SOAP framework every month since 2020 March, I think March or April. I started sharing the SOAP framework, and it's a framework that I've used for a long time, and I never really vocalized it or shared it before, but it's my way of dealing with changes and challenges and setbacks and obstacles and failures and crap that happens that just blows up your life. It's a framework. It's my process for doing that, and I just made it something easier to remember. But it's the same 4 steps I've been going through for a long, long time. But I wanted to formalize it so that I could share it with other people during the pandemic, because we were all going through some major crap at the same time. So it's the SOAP framework, and we're going to go through it over the next 4 days with respect to the annual challenge. And we'll do it every month because it's so important that we have a process that we install in our subconscious that can help us make sure that we're going to get the best possible result for us at the time, no matter what's coming down the road and no matter what's happening and impacting our lives. And like everybody else, there's major drama and stuff going on in the background of my life right now that I have to find ways to compartmentalize so that it doesn't impact how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, what I'm working on, who I'm working with, etc. on a day-to-day basis. We all have to find ways to do that. And it's not always easy, right? Sometimes it's just plain hard. So we picked an area of our life, our mental well-being, that we want to improve, and we're using metaphors and analogies to get at our current story and our desired story. I haven't used this technique, this tool before, using metaphors and analogies to get at our story. So I'm going to have fun with it today too, just like everybody else in the challenge. I try to find different ways of teaching the SOAP framework every time we go through it. I use some tools over and over again because they are so powerful and so easy, but I like to share a bunch of different ones so that each of us have in our toolbox the right tool we need at the time for the situation that we're facing. So I'll share probably 5 to 12 different ways to tell a story or get at your current story and your desired story, so you can have a toolbox of strategies and ways and methods of getting at that step in the process. And I do that for each of the steps in the process. Why? Because it makes our life easier. It's like vocabulary and words. The more words we know, the bigger our vocabulary. The more we read, the more we have access to different feelings and emotions, a wider range of them. And the wider range we have access to, We can pick and choose the feelings that help us to feel better and climb up an emotional ladder, etc. A topic for another day. We talked about it last month in the challenges. We focused on the emotional well-being, emotional aspects of our life. So that's what we're doing in the annual challenge today. For Supersize Your Business, for female entrepreneurs, but for all entrepreneurs, I work with both men and women, but was targeting online when I came up with the name for that group. I like to share an idiom every day. I started doing it when I was moving a few years ago now, and it just kind of stuck because it's a little thing that I can do every day that continually improves me, my understanding of myself, business, and how the definition of things to me isn't necessarily the definition to everyone else I'm interacting with, and that I want to keep that top of mind in my communication, in my relationships, etc. So today's idiom was, it's the same old story. I kind of like this idiom. I notice and I look for patterns and big picture things. So if I go to a networking event, for example, I will sit and watch, and I'm not necessarily watching for the individual speakers and what they do, but I do watch that as well. But it's the overall what and how is it being presented, and who's presenting what, and why is this speaker in this order, etc. I look at the whole big picture and structure of the thing that I'm at, the event or the thing that I'm observing, to try to understand the framework of it better. Because I learned that the older I get, the more everything is a process and a framework. And if I can understand that framework, I can shortcut the process of how to figure out what works best for me. So it's the same old story. I actually like to look for the patterns and the processes and the systems and the same old stories so that I can automate the things in my business and my life that are predictable, repetitive, maybe even a little boring, but I can use them to my advantage by automating them so I don't have to consciously think about them all the time. So that's why we have habits and rituals and routines and processes and systems in our life and our businesses. I mean, chances are we all brush our teeth the same way every day, right? I brush my teeth the same way every day. Start on the left, top, two, every day. So if I'm going to do that every day, I want that to be automatic. I don't even want to have to think about that. But knowing that I'm going to brush my teeth every day, I can add things to that habit that help me create other habits and other things in my life that help me get what I want. All right, topic for another day. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, have a fantastic day. Weekend coming up, so enjoy that. But know that I will be here sharing what's working, what's not. And if I can help you, just ask. Bye. Have an awesome day.